Welcome to why you Orlando Magic fan, you should be excited. The YouTube video. This video will cover every player and every reason to be excited for this season of Orlando Magic basketball, which might be our most fun season because the expectations after this season should be a lot higher, barring anything apocalyptic happening. Which I won't even venture to make up a scenario. No jinxing. Anyways, in the coming years, this team is expected to be pushing for a championship. This will be a cool feeling, but expectations will be there. The season has the feel of play-in? Cool. Playoffs will be way cooler. So yes, this is the year where we roster 15 guards and let them fight for the starting and backup positions on the team. Imagine it like this millennial does, and imagine all of our guards fighting to reach the top of the aggro crag first like a Nickelodeon Gods.
Do you have it?
That's what this season should feel like, which is why it's okay to have so many guards this season. Seriously, I love that there's an astronomical amount of NBA YouTubers, but every time they cover the Magic, they're way too concerned about the guard situation. If it's this way come this time next season, maybe it's time to be like, come on, Jeff, you have to do the proverbial choosing which of your babies to kill. Not literally. I don't support that. It's a saying. Look it up. But for now, let's get into the guards. Markelle Allwell.
Got a clear bill of health.
Don't call it a comeback. Call him the comeback player of the year. A full season with fully healthy Markelle Fultz. A full season with fully healthy Markelle Fultz. A full season with fully healthy, the whole season, please, with Markelle. I'll continue chanting nothing but this once the season starts to make sure we're good on the injury front. But this guy is the gas that makes the offense run. So I'm naming him Fultz Service. He legit helped the team go from a 5-20 team to a 500 team once he came back last year. 500 definitely gets us into the play-ins, maybe playoffs. Excited for this guy. Coltrane. Cole Anthony doesn't just play guard on this team. He's the head cheerleader. He's the team's therapy service dog, but in human form. He's the team's social media presence, he's the team's most quotable player, all this, and he's the team's smallest by stature player. How does that all fit into one 6'3" dude? And Cole, please don't leave!
Oh, no!
Starting is so overrated. New nickname is Cole Gate, because we love him coming minty fresh off the bench, and we need to lock him up. No shrugs. I don't know. This year, he's going to be dangerous. Everybody has been tearing this man down since he came into the league and has struggled. But there's been a theory for a while in sports that the third year will tell you what a player's true potential is, what this guy looks like before his peak, and how he can expect his peak to look like. Year 3, it all comes together for Jalen. New nickname is kind of hard. I really want to honor this man's crazy defensive abilities, but the best I could come up with is J-Bugs? Yeah, because he'll be bugging you when you try to hit a J. Bad, I know. Comment with a better one. Reigning Garys. 43.1% from 3. If Gary doesn't fit into our team in the future, he's going to fit on another team that needs a guy to average 2 threes a game on just outside of top 5 efficiency. Wow! Glad Gary came here to get his groove back. He'll be a good role player anywhere he happens to be. Which can be here. I mean, I love the guy. The fans love the guy. I'm certainly not saying he doesn't have a future here. But there's a lot of people saying that Gary is going to be the odd man out. But regardless, no matter where he goes, it's Gary there, 3. Let's go. Black in the saddle for the first time. Rookie number 1, drafted number 6, have no idea where he's going to be on the depth chart. But that's okay. I don't know if he's going to get much playing time, but that's okay. It's cool that we're to the point where we can bring in a legit prospect who isn't a day one starter or backup, which is okay. Everyone calls him a glue guy, so he's Black and Decker because they sell glue guns, I guess. You know, I'm realizing I shouldn't rely on a play on words with their names because the last 3 have been pretty bad, so maybe just come up with a nickname that's not that, and it'll still be clever. Jinglin' Joe jingled all the way to Amway. This dude, saving me here because I don't have to give him a nickname. He already has an amazing nickname, and he's already had a great career. This is why not only the Orlando Magic need a guy like Joe, but I also need to... I need to take a break from nicknaming people, so let's stick with Jinglin' Joe, okay? Let's move on. Houston, let's see you rock it. Caleb. I can see him developing a game similar to Joe Ingles, being a long, lanky, three-point shooter who can pick up some rebounds. While I don't think Caleb will do all the small things Joe does in his game, I think at the end of the day he has a bit more potential as a three-point shooter. I might be reading into it too much, but for this year, his nickname is Joey, as I think he's possibly a mini Joe Ingles, and also that's what a baby kangaroo is called, and Joe Ingles is Australian.
That's not nice.
I had to do a lot of explaining for that one, so bad nickname again. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, wait, it's Jet. Amway should start selling Jet Howard rain ponchos. Prepare for splashes to happen when Jet hits the floor.
Splish.
I see him starting to contribute sooner than Black, just simply because he's a walking three-pointer and we can always use the 3 points. Jet's stream will be picked up in Fantasy B-Ball when someone needs to win 3, thusly a perfect stream candidate into his career. I'm going to say that's better than most of them have been. Alright, so we'll see what other guards make the roster, but next let's center ourselves and take a look at our big men. The man who needs no nickname. Goga Bitadze. Goga Bitadze. Goga Bitadze is my favorite name to say in the NBA. And he's one of the 2 players that played for Georgia in this year's World Cup. I like Goga. Just call him by his name, it's already great. Wendell Instacarter. Life is easier with Wendell, because when he's on the floor, he's so solid at everything. This guy is like when you play an RPG and evenly distribute stats as opposed to sinking it all into strength or dexterity. A true all-rounder is what you expect out of a superstar player. While he's not quite at that level, he's still a star for the Magic. Wend All-Starter. Honestly, at this point, I'm hoping to induce groans from these nicknames. Agromo. I love both the Wagner brothers. Franz is the all-star, but Mo does the dirty work, and gosh, I love him for it. Well, not on John Leguizamo pest levels.
Love peas and chicken grease.
He's a pest. He's a hockey goon. He gets chippy calls. Remember the time where he got Al Horford ejected from Game 1 of the 2 straight Boston away games in a row against the Celtics, and also was the lead scorer of that same game? By the way, everybody, if you're not a Magic fan watching, our finals were when we had a 2-game road trip against Boston and beat them twice in a row. And Eddie House on the Boston, TV station was making a fool of himself. And now there's a rivalry between the Magic fans and Eddie House, and I love it. Can't wait for Boston games. Anyways, back to Mo. There will definitely be a few games where Mo is the Magic's lead scorer, and it's always cool to see those games. World champ! It sort of feels like the forward should have been second, but I did want to highlight this team last. So let's go reverse back to the forwards.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's Franz. Back-to-back Wagners. Heck yeah. Next I might cover Kurt Wagner, you know, Nightcrawler from the X-Men. Because Franz might also be a mutant. How this guy came out of the gate strong and how he massively improves every time you see him on a court is amazing. That's gotta be some Weapon X shit right there.
Berserker Barrage!
Smooth like butter play when cutting towards the basket. He's one of, if not the best guys at that. Paolo and him, combined, are a nightmare. World champ! I'd sack you if that was allowed.
And here's the hit. And a lot.
He can do everything at an extremely high level on defense if he's on the court. We already know who that is. Jonathan, I wish you the best of luck staying healthy. Speak it into existence. Healthy John. Okay, Kay.
Okay.
I hope to see Chuma step up and be a good backup. You know, is he the second longest tenured Magic player besides Isaac? He technically got there before Markel, even though he was injured throughout 2019. So yeah, that's why I want to call him Big Daddy Choom Choom. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge me.
Look, I want this video to be enjoyable, and I want it to be all good vibes, except towards Eddie House, of course. But like, it's crazy how people don't want to acknowledge how good Paolo's season was last year. I don't get it. I had this whole thing prepared about Paolo being super great and destroying all the people that were trying to bring him down, but who cares? I don't care about all that. I just want Paolo to have a really good season next season and prove how good he is. Like, I've seen him play. He's ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything I said. It was all kind of a little rude. We're just really excited to have a superstar here, and we really do think Paolo is that, so can't wait to see how he grows. That's our forwards. Okay, so now, fearless leader time. Mos Def, growing and learning. This wonderful team of young fellas is being led and taught by a youngin' himself. Mostly this whole time has been learning like the players.
Ow, whippersnapper!
And once they reach the playoffs, he will be learning as well with the team what it takes to win in the postseason and in the regular season and all that stuff. He's still coming up himself. The Magic hired him because he's a great teacher and he's done an excellent job, but I also trust that he's a great student too. He's done a wonderful job so far, and I can't wait to see how much better he can get as a coach. Down go Jeff Weltman. Speaking of the bottom line, this man will be deciding what the bottom line is this coming off season.
And that's the bottom line.
This season will be fun, but some hard decisions from a hardened executive may lead to some heartbreak for us fans who have seen these young kids gel and learn together.
I'll be just a lonely baby.
Hey, we'll see what comes with the roster when that time comes, but let's kick back and watch the fun. Unless Jeff makes mid-season moves and we have to say goodbye to some of our, well, again, some of our babies Jeff will kill. Alright, that about covers everybody I can without going too long. I'm super jacked for this season. If you're an Orlando Magic fan as well, there's so many podcasts you can listen to. Sixth Man Show, Court Cousins, Locked On Magic, The Ozone, amongst, actually a big list. There were quite a few that it was just like, I can't name all of them in one breath. So that's really cool that there's a lot of fan interaction with this team that's coming up and is on the rise and hopefully contends for a championship in the next few years, coming years, at some point. I'm simply, I'm a voice actor and improviser who just really likes the Orlando Magic and sports in general, and just wanted to do a fun video where I got to talk about my favorite basketball team. But yeah, if you're not a fan of the Magic and you just wanted to hear about this young, up-and-coming new team that's going to be fun to watch, thank you. If you're a Boston fan, really nothing against you, just more against Eddie House. I can't wait for the real action. It's going to be so much fun this season. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the season for your team, whoever it is.